So this is the HiDock H1, a Chat GPT powered audio doc with AI summary. And for the past week, I've been using and abusing this bad boy. Now, to be clear, there are a lot of videos out there that show how this can be used, mainly for online meetings, brainstorms, etc. I found that my uses was very unique from that, but in the end, it still managed to level up the way I currently take notes, learn, and be productive too. Okay, so what exactly is the HiDock H1? Well, first, it is a docking station, but I would say a really pimped out docking station. It features Bluetooth 5.2 for connecting your smartphone, so if you want, after connecting the HiDock to your smartphone, you can automatically start recording any phone call that comes through your smartphone when in range of the HiDock. So, maybe if you work mainly from a smartphone, again, it will automatically record those phone calls so you can transcribe and summarize them later, which is cool because, maybe you're not using this for work and maybe you have a disagreement with someone on the other line and maybe you say something to the effect of, what do you say we go back to the recording and take a look at the transcript? Something like that to keep people honest. But don't worry, you can choose to let the person on the other line know if the call is being recorded or not. Besides that, from the HiDock itself, you can choose to pick up or hang up calls or mute yourself with the face buttons on the HiDock. If you want, you can still talk from your phone, but if you want to go hands-free, you can send the chat from your phone to the HiDock speaker and microphone, delivering a surprisingly clear experience. Especially when using this for phone calls, online meetings, or even watching content, the speaker does do a good job. Now, if you're worried about noise, well, the HiDock H1 features bi-directional noise canceling, providing a clearer chat experience on both ends. Just move up the red BNC slider, and this will affect the amount of noise cancellation being applied to the call, just in case you have some competing sounds with your voice. There's also a volume dial to adjust the volume of the calls or content that may be playing through the HiDock. Depending on the device you're using, maybe you're using a ultra tricked out Uber workstation, or maybe just a rinky-dink value laptop. The HiDock speakers does deliver clear audio, so you may end up being, depending on your device, you may end up using this as your main speaker. Okay, some other things about the HiDock. It features 11 ports. Check this out. You get a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet port. So if you want to get off that 5G Wi-Fi and get some real speed goings, you can do that. A USB 3.1 Gen 1 port and 2 USB 3.2 Gen 2 ports, which is insane. If you're running out of fast ports on your computer, the H1 just hook you up with some crazy fast ports. You also get 2 HDMI 2.0 4K at 60 Hz ports, which for me, it's plenty fast enough. I really don't game at fast refresh rates, but if you need to expand your desktop or laptop to 2 additional screens, the HiDock will give you those 2 more screens at 4K 60. There's also a USB-C upstream port to interface with your device and a power port to power this beast and anything that you plug into it. On the side of your HiDock H1, you have your Bluetooth pairing button, which also allows you to pair your smartphone. You get another USB 3.2 Gen 2 port, but now with power delivery. So you can use that as another data port or charging port for your laptop, Mac, or whatever. And last, an SD and micro SD 4.0 UHS 2-card reader, maxing out at 300 megabits transfer. Now, if you're keeping track, the HiDock H1 is probably already replacing a lot of trinkets you may have on your desk, hopefully saving you some space while upgrading your setup too. And before I get, there's also the HiDock key. Just hold this down for a second and a half. The light will come on knowing that you're recording. Press and hold it again for another second and a half, and the light will go off and the recording will stop. Now, you may be asking, what's this wireless earphone device on the side of my HiDock H1? Well, this wireless earphone allows you to have more private conversations from the HiDock, your smartphone, or during your meetings. Just snap it onto the side of your HiDock and it's connected. And what's cool is that you can switch between the speaker, your phone, or the wireless earphone seamlessly. Okay, now that we've got those details out of the way, how do I take advantage of the HiDock H1? Well, first, I attend a lot of Christian Bible studies on Zoom, and while it may not be a meeting per se, they're lessons. What I've been doing is when the lesson starts, I just press the record button on the HiDock and it will record the lesson. And when it's done, I'll take that lesson to the HiNote software, transcribe the audio, and then summarize it. Here's an example. So here is the HiNotes page. You can upload some audio, you can interface with your HiDock, and of course it shows your previous recordings that you've done so far. If I go into my latest recording, you can see how it will title whatever lesson or recording that you did before, and also it'll give you some relevant hashtags if for some reason you need it at the same time. And to the left, you'll see the full transcription of the meeting that I was in. Now, if you look right here on the top, it says unknown speaker. With the HiDock, you get 3 different plan choices. I'll show you what they look like right now. So without getting a HiDock device, you basically have the basic plan. Now, as soon as you purchase a HiDock device, such as the HiDock H1, you have the membership plan for life. Unlimited transcription minutes, 4 summary templates, multiple AI engine options, voice mark, export, device firmware update, calendar, vocabulary, 75 languages supported. If you want to go to the next tier, the Pro membership, you get unlimited AI summary templates. You do get the speaker identification option to identify your speakers, and of course some other additional features as well. Now we'll go back to our outline, and for this video I was giving a couple extra minutes of the Pro membership to kind of show you what it looks like. I don't have the option to set the speaker, but yeah, you can do that. Now right here you'll see the initial summarization that it did, and I think it did a good job. I used the class type as far as kind of like a lecture template, and it did great picking the topics that were covered, bringing out the key points, important definitions and concepts. I think it did a great job, but maybe I'm not feeling this template. I can go right here, go to re-summarize, and I can pick something else. Maybe let's just say, let's try a general meeting. And before we move on, just look at all the templates that I have access to. Status update, brainstorming session, job interview, board meeting, online course, class recording, business training, YouTube. We'll see what that one looks like. Fun meeting moments, user project sync, and things like that. So let's go ahead and things alike. Now let's go ahead and try the general meeting. We'll start summarizing that. Give this about up to a minute, depending how long it is for it to re-summarize. And then when that's done, here we go, same outline. It looks like it's giving me a little bit more information, a bit of a more of a wordy form instead of just a kind of like a highlight line loads. And I'm liking that. I'm feeling that. Give me the summarization, context, symbolism, application, overview, and also a to-do list so you can have some action points on your side to take note. Let me show you what the YouTube one looks like. Re-summarize. Let's go to YouTube. I would imagine this is for maybe if you're using to do this, to record YouTube videos, and it gives you a YouTube specific template. Here we go. And there we go. Main topic, key points discussed, a whole bunch of different points, and of course, important concepts and ideas for you to remember, action items. This is cool. So again, you can try the different templates and see the one that works out the best for you. And well, actually, let's go back again. When we're re-summarizing, you do have the option to choose between different Chat GPT. So Chat GPT 4.1 or Claude AI 3.5. You can choose between those two. Now, previously, before this, I would just record the lesson and type out the notes frantically, trying to get down as much as I could, probably missing a good part of the lesson. Then after that, I would re-listen to the lesson and try to make sense of my crazy notes that I did before. But now with the HiDock, since it's integrated with my system, I don't have to try to get every single thing down, missing out on insightful information during the lesson. I can absorb the lesson, maybe type a couple of key points that I want to look back on, and when I'm done, go to the HiNotes app, listen to the lesson again. If I want, go over the transcript if I want, but mainly go over the summary or re-summarize it if I like. Again, for me, this has been a game changer because I'm not really having to think about anything. It's already integrated to my system, my setup, and all I do is just press record, and it really can't get any simpler than that. Okay, the second unique way that I use the HiDock H1. Again, I engage in a lot of Christian content, and while I can save and bookmark videos or lessons, what I've been doing is recording the videos through the HiDock H1, then summarizing them. For me, this is fantastic when watching lessons, debates, interviews, whatever. I watch the content, then go over the summarization to enforce the high points. Again, this has been a total upgrade in the way I engage with content and learning at the same time. Now, one thing I do want to point out, just because it's summarizing, you still have to do your own work to see if it's true or not. But it helps create bullet points and summarize what you're listening to. Okay, one thing that I have noticed when it did come to the transcription is that it was very accurate, but it also removed a lot of filler words like, yeah, like, things like that. Here's an example. Going back to my first recording of the HiDock H1, I'm just testing it, you know. Again, I realized that it removed some filler words. Check this out. We'll go to the playback. All right, so this is my first look at the HiDock H1. This is a Chat GPT powered audio doc with AI summary. So I previously reviewed the P1. So you see that it removes those filler words. And if for some reason I wanted to put those filler words back in, well, I could and put and there we go. Now, if you also look closely during the transcribing, it didn't spell HiDock correctly. Instead of with a K, it got a C. But I can always go in and add the K within the transcript. I can go to the title if I'd like, add the K there. Within the introduction, I can add the K there, and so on and so forth, really tightening up my notes. Okay, for the two things I just mentioned, this makes the H1 for me a total recommendation. Overall, for me, the positives are that the HiDock H1 will free up a lot of junk off your desk while upgrading at the same time. I love how it integrates with my existing setup. No matter what device I'm using, it's just going to start recording it. As a speaker, it sounds good, and it may sound better compared to whatever's coming out of your laptop. Personally, I don't know how much I'm going to be using the wireless earphone, mainly because, well, like I mentioned before, I'll be using this as a recorder for lessons and videos, but I guess we'll see down the line. But if you're someone who's constantly using your phone, I can see how this could be a huge benefit. My major gripe: I'm glad I get free lifetime transcribing and summary, but I have to upgrade to get more templates, and for me, that's a bit of a bummer. Maybe it's a steal for you, and maybe you really do need those additional templates and additional bonuses with the upgrade membership. But for me right now, I don't need it. But I do wish I get to play with those things. And another thing, this is not really a problem of the HiDock, but this is something I got to figure out. I got to figure out where I'm going to be putting this. Something has to go, and it's not going to be the HiDock. All right. Overall, the HiDock H1 is a premium piece of gear, and in my opinion, it shouldn't be missed. Really hope this video helped you out. Take care. Bye. As always, I'll leave links in the description down below so you can pick up your own HiDock H1. Hey guys, do me a favor. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you love it, well then hit that subscribe button and ding that notification so you can be notified for future videos as well. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next one. Take care. Bye.